Morning. How well do you know your business? How well do you know the financial position of the business, and what is it that's actually making those financial numbers be what they are? What I mean by that is, having just come out of a coaching session yesterday evening with the co-directors of a business, I thought it was worth sharing a thought for my LinkedIn connections. So here's the scenario. Co-directors, one of whom had a gut feel around what we should be doing with the business or a particular part of the business, and the other person had more insight into that opinion and was able to kind of give a different perspective. So here's the view. Gut feel was, this particular type of work that we're doing isn't making us money. It's full of hassle, and we should really think about just stopping doing this. Now that came with some other implications for the kind of the wider team, but that was the general view based on the gut feel. And actually there was quite a lot of truth within what was being said, but it was based on an emotive gut feel. Person over here had spent some time actually getting under the skin of the detail to then say, okay, so are these jobs, what is it about these jobs? Individually, how profitable are they? And then as we start to look at all of the jobs, we could start to look and say, well, actually, most of them are profitable and are good. There are a handful that have been unprofitable and in some cases have lost money. Now that's clearly not good. But between the two, the gut feel raised the question about we need to look into this further. And then the fact that this was done allowed us to then really analyse things in almost a logical and unemotional manner. So what came out of that was we were able to say, look, we actually came up with 5 ideas. 4 of them I think were immediately actionable, kind of coming out of the session, to improve the profitability of those types of jobs going forward. And actually the impact of that says that kind of work is going to be very helpful to the business going forward. So the decision was taken absolutely to keep going with it, and not where the opinion over here was to stop doing it and when it will live with some of the implications and consequences of that decision. We held back on that and went with that, what I believe and what we all believed was a better quality decision. So my urge to everyone of my connections on LinkedIn is to really say, look, to what extent do you understand the kind of the true financial performance of your business? A lot of people who I initially get exposure to don't have a good grasp, even at a top line level, as to how the business is doing. It's much more retrospective based on what the last set of accounts said. Clearly that's out of date and it bears no relevance to kind of what's happening today in the business. How do we get under the skin of performance so that we can start to make fact-based, logical, unemotional decisions that are going to be right for the business? Again, I've seen this dozens of times across many kind of clients of all shapes and sizes. So my urge to you, please, is to spend the time, get under the skin of the detail, and then you're going to have much better view as to the right things to do for your business. If you need any help in having those kind of conversations or getting into the guts of it, then give me a call. Very happy to help in whatever way I can from the experience that I've got and the knowledge I've got, but also the experiences that I've gathered, as I say, having had those kind of conversations with dozens of business owners. Okay, so there we go. There's a thought for the day. And in the meantime, good luck in business.